Okay, so today we're going to discuss from chapter 5 aggregate demand and its components. The first topic that we will discuss today is aggregate demand and its components. So what is an aggregate demand? Aggregate demand is a macro concept. It means the total demand of final goods and services in the economy. Or we can also say the amount of money that is to be spent by all the sectors in the economy in a continuous aggregate demand, okay? Which means the total demand that is to be made by all the sectors such as firm sector, consumer sector, and government sector or foreign sector in the economy in a continuous aggregate demand. Now we will come to the components of aggregate demand. There are four components of aggregate demand. Number one is private final consumption demand. This is the planned expenditure or the amount of money that is to be spent by household or consumer sector on consumer goods and services in an economy in a counting year, okay? And it is denoted by C. Then we have private investment demand. This refers to planned expenditure that is to be made by investors or firms or producer sectors or even an entrepreneurs on creation of new capital assets like machines, capitals, tools, equipment, machineries, expansion of buildings, etc. in an accounting year, okay? And it is denoted by I. And third, we have government demand for final goods and services. Now, when we say government demand for final goods and services, this means the government planning to spend amount of money in a year to buy consumer goods and even capital goods for the welfare of the people, for the command of the people in an accounting year is government demand for final goods and services, and it is represented by G, okay? And lastly, we have net export. Net export is simply the difference between export minus import. Export here is denoted by X and import here is represented by M, okay? So net export is usually the expenditure made by all the sectors in our economy, okay? That is by household sector or consumer sector, firm sector, and even foreign or government sector. So the four components of aggregate demand can also be written as aggregate demand equals C plus I plus G plus X minus M. But this year, since we are studying only two sector model for a short run period, we take into consideration of only two important components, that is C plus I, because C is represented as household or consumer sector and I is firms or producer sector, okay? Okay, next we will see what is aggregate supply. You see, aggregate supply and aggregate demand are just opposite to each other. Aggregate supply means total supply of final goods and services in the economy. Or we can also say goods and services produced for sale in the economy in an accounting year is aggregate supply, okay? Now, the most important thing that you have to keep in mind here is aggregate supply represents national income because aggregate supply is equal to output, isn't it? Because aggregate supply means total supply of goods and services. So that goods and services is output and the outcome of output is income, because just imagine if these output and services are produced, they are hiring the four factors of production, that is land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship, and the reward is income, that is represented by Y, okay? So aggregate supply is equal with output equal with income, which is represented by Y. So keep that in mind. So there are two components of aggregate supply, that is consumption plus saving. That is Y equal to C plus S, because remember that total income in an economy can be entirely consumed or can be entirely saved. That is why Y is equal to C plus S, okay? So once again, a very quick revision from the beginning. Aggregate demand and its components. Aggregate demand is a total demand of final goods and services in the economy, and there are four components of aggregate demand. One is private household consumption demand, represented by C, private investment demand, denoted by I, government demand for final goods and services, denoted by G, and net export is X minus M. So aggregate demand is C plus I plus G plus X minus M. But remember, in the latter part of chapter, while determining equilibrium output, we will take into consideration of only these two factors, C plus I, because this year we are studying only two sector model, okay? Then aggregate supply means total supply of final goods and services in the economy, or we can also say goods and services produced or ready for sale in the economy in an accounting year. Now remember, aggregate supply is equal with output equal with income, because aggregate supply means total production of goods and services, and the outcome of that production of goods and services is income. That is why income is equal with consumption plus saving, which means the total income can be entirely consumed or can be entirely saved in the economy. Okay, I hope you all understand. Thank you.